What's going on, YouTube? I want to do a bit of a longer typical update on the 225. Last video you've seen of the 225, I had just got the media back in with the potting soil and then the fluorite or Seachem's fluorite sand back in. So I let that run for, I believe it was just about 2 weeks. Every couple of days I would pull water out of the 50-gallon tubs that I had the fish in and put it in here, and I'd kind of siphon off the bottom to get the waste from the fish. Then I'd put that in here. And what I had going on in here was I had the 2 canister filters running. They didn't have the filter pads in them. All they had is some biomedia in there. So my thought was that was helping cycling the tank. And then after doing that, like I said, for a couple of weeks, I started putting the fish in here, waiting a couple days in between. And I also took the pads that I had wrapped around an air stone in the tubs, and I put those back into the filter. So therefore those filter pads already had some biomedia in there. But right now you can see all the fish are back in there. Right now it's a little later tonight, so all that's on is my moonlights. I've been wanting to try to do a better video than just having the moonlights on, but the other lights shut off a little earlier, and when I do videos during the day, you know, I get the glare from the sun since it stays lighter longer nowadays. I've got all the plants back in, all the fish back in. I did lose, I believe it was a couple, 2 grungeons. I think I lost a couple white clouds, because I think I put 7 in and I only got 5 back. Then I lost a bamboo shrimp, and I believe that was it. So, you know, 4 fish for having to tear down the tank. And I believe they were in there about 4 weeks, if I'm right. So, you know, it is kind of disappointing, but at least I didn't lose more fish. As far as putting the fish back in here, so far none have died, and they've been back in here for about a week now. I also got some more plants in, so I'll show those at the same time. But I think I've basically right now determined that it was the big stump that was causing the issues with the water quality. So as you see, the big stump's not in here. But I've already found some new driftwood, and I've got it soaking in one of my 50-gallon Rubbermaid tubs. And actually, I say a piece. It's several pieces. So kind of excited to see how that goes in there. And how I've got the plants right now is probably not how they're going to stay in here. Once I get the driftwood in there, I'll, you know, adjust some plants to accommodate that. I've still got, you know, the Nubus Nana and the lace and trident fern and needleleaf fern and everything that I had tied on the previous piece. I've still got that stuff in here. Most of it's just kind of floating or kind of sitting, drifting around the bottom. But let's show you what I've got right now. So back here in the back, that's all Rotella indica. Then let's go right here is Laguigia rippens. That's a Crypt Wintii. This corner right here, this is all Hygrophila pendulophytum. Then all up in here, I've got the dwarf four-leaf clover in here, and it is literally going crazy. So the plants have been in here probably about 2 weeks, and that first week I did not have the glass covers on because I was polishing them up. So when I put them even back on here, it was almost like they were brand new with all cleaned. So the light intensity has been a little bit brighter than normal, and this dwarf four-leaf clover has just been going crazy. And right now I'm not dosing any CO2 or any fertilizers. So, you know, that's just the fluorite and the potting soil. But anyways, back to the plants. Here, the red sword, I think it's a calambar. Get the angelfish out of the way. Then Amano gracilis is this area right back here. I think it's Venice's sword, or I call it corkscrew sword. That's all it is. You can see the fine leaf plant right there. I think it's coxcomb. Then the pennywort. Back here is a new one. So that is blue hygro. It's a little narrower of a leaf. Then these three right here with the bigger leaf is tempo hygro. And then I've got another couple pieces of the blue hygro on this side. Right down here, it's not really showing good color in this lighting, but that's a red Nasias. And then, like I said, you can see some of the ferns just sitting there. Sergian rippens down here on the bottom, so hopefully it'll kind of fill in this little area. Then all back here, that's the jungle valve. That's just the regular jungle valve. And then right in front of it, you can't really see it really well. Or, well, you might. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes in the camera what I'm seeing. But it's corkscrew valve. So hopefully I can get the corkscrew valve taken off and get rid of some of the more normal stuff. Let's see. In the very back corner, I've got the Amano gracilis again. Then right back here is the calambar sword again, and another Amazon sword, and there's a piece of Anubis. Right here, there's a piece of the lace fern in there, or needle leaf fern, on the Crinum calamastratum. It's kind of hard to see all that. And then right here is the big plant I've been waiting for, and that's pearlweed. And I've actually already pruned that once too. So that's what I've got as far as the plants go. This piece of driftwood, it's going to kind of stay where it's at. I'm going to bring it more to the front, but right now it keeps falling backwards when I pull it away from the back, so I just kind of pushed it more towards the back. But it is going to come forward a little bit. But that's what I've got pretty much. Like I said, the water seems like it's staying a lot clearer. The only problem I'm having right now is my FX6, it's doing the micro bubbles where it seems like, you know, it's basically trying to pull the water through the pump faster than it can flow, and it literally pulls the air molecules out of the water and creates micro bubbles. So I'm not really for sure how to fix that. I've actually contacted Fluval, so hopefully they'll get back to me with a issue, or some way to solve the problem. The other issue I'm having is again with the FX6, and it doesn't seem like the flow is as heavy either. So we'll see what they come back with. I'm kind of interested because I really didn't have the issue before I tore the tank down, but I don't know. I changed my biomedia in the FX6. I'm now using Seachem's Matrix, and it's a larger piece than the recycled glass is, but it's more, I would say it's probably a ½ inch across, where the recycled glass at the biggest it'd be only maybe a ½ inch, if that. More probably like an 1/8 of an inch. But it's, you just try stuff and some stuff doesn't work, but it shouldn't have adjusted it that much to start a bunch of micro bubbles and reduce the flow as much as it's reduced. The other thing is, I think I said it in my teardown video, I will be getting another 3 heat sinks, but they're only going to be 1½ inch by 20 inch or 24 inch, I think. And they're going to go across just the front, and then the back ones I'll be able to push back a little bit more, and I'll be adding more lights. So in the daytime, the lights will be brighter to get more of the front of the tank and the back of the tank. Right now, those heat sinks are just spaced across the middle. So I've got that coming. I've also been looking at what kind of solenoid and gauge CO2 valves I want to run, and I've seen a bunch of people. Really, the one that I've seen being the most popular is the Milwaukee brand, so I'm going to give that a shot. Hopefully, by the way I'm going to set everything up with the DIY reactor and everything, if it does have an issue, some people said that at certain points that the needle valve will fully open, or the solenoid will get stuck on, and all the CO2 is dispersed into the tank. Well, mine's going to be in that reactor, and it'll be bringing it back into the tank kind of close to the surface. So hopefully if it does spew all the CO2 out of the big tank, it'll just bubble off the top and not hurt the fish. But I'm thinking about going with a 10-pound tank on this, since I'm going to have to run it quite a few bubbles per second. But so I've got a lot of stuff coming with the tank. So guys, subscribe, give me feedback, let me know what you think of the tanks, give me ideas too. Always like ideas. But I'll keep more videos coming, and you guys keep coming back and watching what I'm doing. Talk to y'all later.